their only defense available to them.
If they're saying that it's junk science, then how is their science going to be any better?
It's not. It's not, and that's disingenuous at best to say that it's junk science. What the more correct posture to take would be, look, we're going to question the qualifications and the methodology of the forensic examiners. Not that the science that it is based on is junk, but let's see if in fact the human aspect of this created some error in the testing. But they are not attacking it that way. They're saying, well, this is just junk science, which I think is a mistake in this type of case or any case. The jury's going to believe the experts. The question is going to be, are they going to believe the state experts, or are they going to believe defense experts if they can find a defense expert to contradict what the state has put forth?
And one more question about that. How can they accept the science that says this is Kaylee Marie Anthony, but then try to fight all the other evidence that's being done by the same lab, by the same...
To attempt to do this in front of a jury would be fatal. You can't contradict your defense in front of a jury. You have to take a line of defense and stick with it. You can't change it in midstream once you're in front of the jury.
How can they say, we accept the science that identified these remains as Kaylee Marie Anthony, those tests were done by the same people who were doing the other testing? How can the defense say, we accept that part of it, that this is Kaylee through the DNA testing, but we don't accept the rest of the science by the same people? How can they do that?
You can't with any credibility whatsoever. And again, it just seems that it's a hit or miss. As the evidence is released in this case, the defense takes yet another tactic. And again, they may do that absent a jury being seated, but once a jury is seated, that could be fatal in the defense. But these statements that this is junk science, they're disingenuous at best.
Okay, and let me just get to one more thing. The videotape that we talked about at length back in January, I guess. Cindy told investigators in December, I think it was December, I have to look at the date, but I want to say it was after Kaylee's remains were found and investigators went back to the house to take more evidence from the house. Cindy told them, so it would have been after December 11th, Cindy told investigators that she had sent someone to walk the area where those remains were found and said that they had found nothing a month earlier. We know that videotape was taken a month earlier, and I'm going to assume by that statement that they didn't have the videotape yet, or she didn't know there was a videotape of it. I won't. In fact, let me go back because I don't know those things. Let me just ask you, by Cindy telling investigators in December after Kaylee's remains were found that she had sent someone to walk that area and that there was nothing there at the time, a month earlier in November, what do you make of that, knowing what we now know about the videotape and the private investigators?
Well, that raises a couple of questions in my mind. Number one, they need to find out exactly who Cindy says that she sent out there. Number one. Number two, they need to find out from Mr. Casey, was the person on the other end of the phone, in fact, Cindy? Did she send you out there? That then will form a foundation for further investigation, and it would lead one to the question, well, what would cause Cindy to send these investigators to that specific location and have them take a videotape of them searching and finding nothing?